Hello and welcome to Cascade High School in Clayton, Indiana. My name is Lec Zorn and I'll be bringing you all the action as your Cascade Cadets challenge the Plainfield Quakers in the quarterfinal round of the Hendricks County Basketball Tournament. Now earlier this evening in the girls matchup between these two schools, Plainfield beat Cascade by a score of 57-31. The boys are now trying to give Cascade a split for this doubleheader. However, it won't be easy because Plainfield enters this game with a record of 9-0 and ranked number 4 in the state in Class 4A. Now, last season, Plainfield lost two high-scoring seniors in 6'11" center Gavin Bizot and 6'1" sharpshooting guard Trey Davis. Bizot is now a freshman at Duquesne University and NCAA Division I school in Pittsburgh. However, the Quakers have surprisingly actually improved from last season, thanks to previously relatively unheralded twin brothers, 6'5" Jacob and Cade Gibbs. Cade leads the team in scoring with 14.1 points and also in rebounding with 6.4 a game, while Jacob is just behind in both categories with 13.1 and 5.4 respectively. And in addition, for sophomore point guard Aiden Booher is getting a lot of assists. He leads the team with 3.6 a game, thanks largely in part to the Gibb twins, while Booher is third on the team in scoring with 12.4 a game. Now, Cascade enters this game with a record of 3-7. However, they have been showing signs of improvement in recent games. Their leading scorer is 6'1" junior Mason Tharp, who leads the team with 13.7 points a game and is close second in rebounding with 4.8 a game. However, their big story has been the emergence of 6'8" senior Benson Walker, who, after a slow start, scored 28 points, a career-high 3 games ago against Owen Valley in a loss, and then in our last game scored 21 against North Putnam back on December the 21st in a 71-42 win for Cascade. So, in addition, Cascade is also getting a lot of help inside from 6'2" Cameron Ginter at power forward, who averages 5 points and 4.3 rebounds a game. And in addition, 5'11" junior A.J. Sanders, best known as a wide receiver and kick returner on the football team, also contributing solidly with 4 points and 3.9 rebounds a game, while has shown some solid contributions. He averages 5.3 points a game. So certainly Cascade likely to be better next year. They will lose Benson Walker and Cameron Ginter, but they return everyone else who's contributed significantly this year. They are missing two seniors probably for the season. Ross Stevenson, who was our starting power forward the last 2 seasons, and in addition, John Hurst. However, the younger players, especially Tharp, who've really stepped up this season, and a lot of them playing heavy minutes that they did not expect to play, really makes it likely that next season is going to be better for the boys. And, of course, it will be much better for the girls, who will return all 5 starters and, who really have taken a lot of lumps this year because of their youth and inexperience. I think the girls have been hurt in large part because we had, 4 seniors 2 seasons ago, 7 last season. So a lot of them who probably should have gotten some varsity minutes didn't. And but the experience they're getting now is really going to pay off down the road. And I think the Lady Cadets are going to be a winning team next season. So anyway, the girls lost by 26 to Plainfield tonight. Hopefully the boys will pull off the upset win. Maybe Benson, will use his size to get, around Plainfield's size. They have 3 starters who are 6'5", 6'5", and 6'4". But Benson is 6'8", so if he plays like it, he might be able to disrupt Plainfield on the inside and help us stay in this game at least longer than people expect. So now getting ready for the opening tip-off here. Benson Walker going to be jumping against Cade Gibbs. Cade and Jacob, the twin brothers, who lead the team in scoring and rebounding. Plainfield controls the tip. Aiden Booher, the very promising 6'4" sophomore point guard, handling the ball. Gives it over to Kobe Falur. Now cross court. It's, however, puts too much on it, goes out of bounds to Cascade, 7:34 to go. In the girls' game, Cascade scored the first points of the game on a 3 by Carly Gibbs. However, Plainfield answered with a 10-0 run from there. And, however, a bad pass there, and Booher feeds, and it's an easy lay-in there by Cade East, not to be confused with Cade Gibbs. So, Alderson brings it up now, pitches down court. He finds Sanders open. He tries to feed Walker, but goes out of bounds. However, it's knocked out of bounds to Cascade, 7:06 to go. So with 2 Cades and 2 Gibbs on Plainfield, I hope I don't screw the names up. I wonder if the Gibbs, by the way, are related to Carly Gibbs. And the ball, the inbounds pass knocked out of bounds again to Cascade. So Bryson Phillips with the ball now. A minute into this game, Plainfield leading 2-0. The winner of this game to play Brownsburg in the semifinal game on Friday evening. The loser to play Danville Friday at 12 p.m. for the and now Walker gets it, and it misses an easy shot that would have tied it. So now Cade Gibbs brings it down, or Cade East, excuse me. And I'm really impressed as East lays it in there again. I'm really impressed with Plainfield's speed. So East with all 4 points of the game. 6:24 to go. And now Walker, and he's fouled, putting it up. That's on Jacob Gibbs. Benson Walker going to the line, and if we can get the Gibbs with an S, the Gibbs brothers in foul trouble, that'll be good for us as Walker hits the first. But yeah, I'm wondering if the Gibbs brothers are related to Carly Gibbs of Cascade. Could be cousins. We'll have to ask about that. So Walker hits them both. He has 2. He's been on a tear lately. Second on the team in scoring with 11.7 a game. He's scored at least 21 points in 2 of his last 3 games. So now inside, and no good. However, East puts it back up, and he's fouled. But I am really impressed with Plainfield. This is the first time I've commentated them. My broadcast partner, Rob Kindle, and I were their home commentators 3 seasons ago, and the team has come a long way since then. And I've commentated a lot of Plainfield football over the years and still commentate their JV and freshman broadcasts, so I like to see Plainfield do well, even though obviously Cascade, my number 1 team. So East hits it. He has all 5 points. He hits them both, so it's a 6-2 Cascade lead, or Plainfield lead, excuse me. So Phillips now. Over to Walker, who drives down court, pitches out to Phillips, fakes a three, drives into the lane, and loses control of it. It's pitched down court to East, and he lays it up and in. So 8 quick points by East in the first two and a half minutes of the game. And now we've got a whistle here. Let's see what it is. Okay, Cascade took a timeout. They waited a lot longer than usual to make the announcement. But anyway, yeah, I really, it was the Gibbs brothers in East who I had, the Gibbs brothers and Booher, who I had my eyes on coming into this game. But East only averages 6.1 points a game coming in to tonight, and he's already topped that with scoring his team's first 8. So certainly that young man showing a lot of promise. And after the Gibbs brothers graduate this year, then obviously, he's going to be one of their go-to guys next season when he's a senior. And already good size at 6'3". If he grows a couple more inches, especially, he's going to attract a lot of interest from college scouts. Plainfield with a great athletic department. So now Walker with the ball, lays it up, no good, off the glass, and Alderson comes away with the rebound. And now we've got a travel, however. So 5:15 to go here. Cascade, like the girls, just needs to settle down a little bit. Very nice crowd here tonight. And I wasn't here for either of the Danville-Brownsburg games. No good on the three-point shot. East the rebound. He puts it up, no good. And now the rebound put up, no good. And now put back up, and we got a foul there. That was Ian Scott there. He is a sophomore. So several non-seniors doing well for Plainfield on the season and tonight. So Scott goes to the free throw line. His first one is up, no good. So East remains the only player to score for Plainfield so far in this game. And he misses them both. So nice job there by Tharp pulling away with the rebound. And now Tharp shoots a three. He hit it. Yes. So that cuts it to 8-5. So Cascade hanging in there. And now a three-pointer there. No good, and we got a foul. Let's see what that is. If Cascade even comes within, 20 of this game, I'll consider it to be a moral victory. Foul there on Phillips. That's his first, team third. 4:28 to go here in the first quarter. This is the semifinal round of the quarterfinal round of the Hendricks County Tournament. There, a three-pointer is good by Jacob Gibbs, the first Gibbs brother to score. First player other than East to score. In fact, and now Gibbs on a steal gets another one. So it's back to an 8-point lead. Well, actually, I think it's the first time the lead's been that high tonight. So Phillips now with the ball. Over to Tharp. Coming off a pick by Walker. Inside to Walker. Puts it up and in. Walker with 4. And it's a 13-7 Plainfield lead. 3:36 to go here in the... and now... Falur there with a score for Plainfield. So East scored the first 8 points for Plainfield. Now other players have scored the last 7. And now, boy, I thought there should have been a foul there. I thought they should have gotten East there for shoving Alderson, but there was no whistle. So it's an 8-point Plainfield lead here. This is, after more than 100 years, this is the first time that Cascade has hosted the Hendricks County Tournament. And lay in there by and now we've got we've got a foul there on Cade Gibbs. That's his first, team second. Now inside to Benson Walker. 3, he hit it, swished it. So Benson Walker with 7, helping keep us in striking distance at 17-10 now. Cascade obviously came to play. Not like they're going to beat the number 4 Class 4A team in the state, but they're giving a great effort. However, it's another 3 there by Jacob Gibbs. And now near steal there, but Cascade maintains control. And now inside to Walker, posts up, puts it up the glass, no good. And now at the other end, Plainfield getting a little reckless on and now Tharp takes it all the way in and he's fouled. So Mason Tharp will go to the line with 1:49 to go. Cascade trying to keep this one from slipping away. The girls' game slipped away in the second quarter. It was a 34-9 halftime lead. Tharp hit it. He has 4, Walker has 7. That's all the scoring so far. All the scoring so far for Cascade. They trail by 9. Second free throw by Tharp. In and out. Rebound there by Cade Gibbs. Free throw line jumper. In and out. And now rebound there by Dane DuBois. Brings it down. Gives it over to Tharp. 1:32 to go here in the quarter. Now DuBois over to Alderson. Pitches back, and it's stolen there by Kate. And now drive to the basket. No good, however. And it's knocked out of bounds to Cascade. Very lucky break for the Cadets. So I'm going to have to really pay attention to the numbers to make sure I don't confuse Jacob and Cade. Jacob wears number 3, Cade wears number 11. And to complicate matters further, Cade East wears number 10, just one number less than Cade Gibbs. A minute to go now. Now inside to Walker. No, I'm sorry, to Ginter, excuse me. Now pitches out, nearly thrown away, but Cascade saves it. We have Dylan Kottkamp now into the game, starting quarterback for the football team. Throwing inside to Ginter, posting up, and now turns around, puts it. And now wide open 3 on the other end. In and out, and it's knocked out of bounds to Plainfield. It's going to be on Jacob Gibbs. It's okay. It's a foul. Foul against Plainfield. So Quakers, the Cadets do have gotten a few lucky breaks here tonight. They're down by 9 here late in the first quarter. Lucky it's not worse. So now Tharp with the ball. 18 seconds to go. And now 10 seconds to go, and we got a collision here, and they're going to get Plainfield. Foul goes against Fallure. He is a senior for the Quakers. 9.7 seconds to go. Cascade will inbounds into the backcourt. Alderson brings it past midcourt. 6 seconds to go. Now over to Phillips. 3 seconds. Phillips, and it's knocked out of bounds with 0.6 of a second to go. It'll be Cascade ball. And now Walker will be coming in for Du Bois. So Cascade, not much chance, but still a slight chance to get some more points here before we go to the second quarter. Inside to Phillips, a three. No good off the front of the rim. So Cascade trying to hang in there after 1 quarter of play here in the quarterfinal round of the Hendricks County Basketball Tournament. Your score, Plainfield 20, Cascade 11. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners, Electric Plus, Bassett Services, Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student-athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, we're about to start the second quarter of this quarterfinal game in the Hendricks County Basketball Tournament between Cascade and Plainfield. Earlier this evening, in the girls' matchup between these two schools, Plainfield beat Cascade by a score of 57-31. The Lady Quakers advance to the semifinal round tomorrow night, in which they will play the Brownsburg Lady Bulldogs. Meanwhile, the Lady Cadets will go to the fifth place game, which will be played Saturday right here at Clayton at 10 a.m. against the Danville Lady Warriors, the 9th-ranked team in the state in Class 3A, featuring future Miss Basketball candidate Ella Collier. And now, after Cascade loses it, drive down court, and East lays it in. He scored the first. He scored the first 8 points of the game and now Cascade takes a timeout. But East scored the first 10 points of the game for Plainfield, and now he gets his first point since then. He and Jacob Gibbs each have 10 points already, while Fallure has 2. So actually only 3 players have scored for Plainfield, but they are doubling up on Cascade's 22-11. Only 2 players have scored for Cascade. Benson Walker has 7, and Mason Tharp has 4. So anyway, keep in mind, before you get too down over the results of this game so far, Plainfield they're undefeated at 9-0, and they're ranked number 4 in the state in Class 4A. So this is a game in which they obviously were the heavy favorite. Hopefully Cascade will just do the best they can, be as competitive as they can, and keep on improving, because I do believe Cascade is going to, still have a shot to do something, being that they're in a sectional with no dominant teams this year, now that Cloverdale has come down to earth after the magic they've had the last 4 years, with Jalen Moore all 4 years and Cooper Neese 3 of the 4. So now Mason Tharp brings it up for the Cadets. And now Ginter inside, puts it up a little too hard, though. That's something that both the boys and girls have struggled with tonight, putting it up too hard off the glass from short range. And now East cross court to Fallure. And now Scott drives the lane, gives it over, and now puts it up, no good. So Cascade being very tenacious And very lucky that Plainfield ended that possession with no points. So now Tharp with the ball, gives it up to A.J. Sanders. Now out to Dylan Kotkamp. Knocked away, but Kotkamp saves it. Now drives to the basket. And now it tries to hit a driving Sanders. However, it goes off his hand. And Plainfield takes it. Now down at the other end. Now inside to Jacob Gibbs, no good. And Ginter comes away with the rebound. So twice in a row, Plainfield has failed to score in a possession, and Cascade very lucky both times. They trail by 11, 6:18 to go here in the second quarter. And now Walker with the ball. Posts up. Puts it off the glass, no good. So Cascade, both the boys and girls, missing a lot of short-range shots tonight. So Booher now over to East, to Fleur. Back to East. Thinks about a three, holds back. Now drives to the basket, puts it up in the lane, and hits it. So East with a game-high 12. 24-11, Plainfield leads. Cascade trying to, avoid getting blown out. Mason Tharp handling the ball for Cascade. And now inside the lane. Over to Walker. He lays it in. So Benson Walker with a team-high 9. He and Tharp are the only cadets who scored so far. And now Kotkamp comes away with the rebound. Brings it up. 3-on-3 fast break. Gives it to a driving Sanders who lays it in. He hits it. So now Sanders with his first points. And all of a sudden it's a 4-0 Cascade lead, cutting the lead to 9, 4:59 to go here in the second quarter. This is the first time that Cascade has ever hosted the Hendricks County Tournament, which dates back 102 years. And now a three-pointer there on the inbounds pass, no good. And Phillips comes away with the rebound. 4:52 to go here in the quarter. Cascade, staying competitive. Phillips now down at the baseline, pitches out to Tharp behind the three-point line. However, no good, and a loose ball, and it's taken in there by Cade Gibbs. I have that the first points for Cade Gibbs, and that breaks the 4-0 Cascade run. And now on the other end, struggle over the loose ball. We got a jump ball possession. Arrow favors. Oh no, Cascade got the timeout. Excuse me. No, they did call it a jump ball after all. I'm sorry. Possession arrow favors Plainfield. So Fleur bringing the ball down, gives it up, and now Mason Nauman there, and now he gives it over to Fleur, who hits it. He has 4, and now Plainfield scored 4 of their own since Cascade went on that 4-0 run. Tharp with the ball now. Cascade trailing by 13, 3:38 to go here in the second quarter. Tharp drives to the basket. Not sure who he was throwing to, but it was caught by a Quaker. And now Fleur has it. And now he fakes a 3. Now a jump shot inside the free throw lane, and he hits it. And now he pumps his right fist in triumph and is slapping hands hard with the Quakers bench players as Cascade takes a timeout. So the Quakers now doubling up on the Cadets 30-15. And certainly disappointing turn of events after Cascade cut the lead to 9 there. It looked like they were going to be competitive at least. Well, again, this is a game where, I was not expecting Cascade to win. And I certainly hope that, they will come back and be more competitive. But, realistically, this is a game in which, they just, did not have a lot of chance coming in. They were certainly overmatched tonight. This is a very, very large and, fairly senior-dominated team for Plainfield, a junior and senior-dominated team for Plainfield, although Aiden Booher is a sophomore. But, Cascade, they obviously have made a lot of strides this season. Benson Walker, it's too bad he doesn't have another year of eligibility left because he's really improved a lot, the last couple of seasons. And I feel like he's improved a lot during this season, so I wish we could have him back another year. But we're going to have Tharp and several of these other guys, Sanders, Alderson, back next year. And I think, having been thrown into the fire, probably playing varsity ball a little bit before they are ready, before they're ready, is really going to pay off. As Walker tips it in there, he has 11 points to lead Cascade. He has 11 of our 17. 30-17 is the score now. So now a three-pointer there by Cade Gibbs, no good. Walker the rebound. You got to capitalize on this. He's almost single-handedly keeping us in this game. He has 13 over 19. Plainfield leads 30-19, and now inside there. And now we've got, who was that? That was Darian Gardner, a junior, with his first points, cutting it to 32-19. And now that's one of those times where I'm not sure who the pass was, the intended receiver was, but now East drives and lays it in uncontested. He has a game-high 14. 34-19 your score. And now Tharp drives to the lane. It's knocked out of bounds to Plainfield, 1:28 to go. So Ginter and Kottkamp coming in, and Phillips and Du Bois sitting down now for Cascade. 1:28 to go here in the second quarter. Plainfield 34, Cascade 19. Remember, Plainfield is undefeated at 9-0, and they are the fourth-ranked team in the state in Class 4A. Andy Weaver, slowly but steadily, has built a great program there in Plainfield, about 10 miles down the road to our east on US 40. And now got a foul there as Cade Gibbs grabbed the rebound. It's on Ginter. Now inside, now a wide open three there is good. He swished it. That was beautiful. That was Booher, the point guard, with his first points. So 37-19. Ginter with the ball. Posts up, pitches across court. Now we got a three-pointer from the corner. Is good. That was Walker. Walker having an excellent game. He has 16 tonight. He got his career high back on December 14th against Owen Valley. He's on pace to break that tonight. Although Cascade still trailing by 15. And now Gardner puts the rebound in there. He has 4. 39-22 your score. 15 seconds to go in the quarter, in the first half. Tharp over to Kottkamp, and it's stolen there, and drive to the basket, and Fallure hits it, and he's fouled by Kottkamp. Fallure with 8 now, playing with a lot of spirit. That's Kottkamp's first, team 7th. So Fleur going to the line. Free throw is up and good. He has 9. So now Tharp brings it down 3 seconds, 2. Three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. So first half goes roughly for Cascade. They are against a mammoth of an opponent, however, and they trail the 4th-ranked team in Class 4A, the Plainfield Quakers, by a score of 42-22 here in the quarterfinal round of the Hendricks County Basketball Tournament. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill and Ian Bell's ExpertRealtors.net, and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners, Electric Plus, Bassett Services, Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail. Back here at Clayton, we're at halftime with your Cascade Cadets trailing the Plainfield Quakers, the number 4 ranked team in the state in Class 4A, by a score of 42-22 here in the quarterfinal round of the boys portion of the Hendricks County Basketball Tournament. Earlier this evening, in the girls portion of the tournament, Plainfield beat Cascade by a score of 57-31. We also brought you that game here on audiosportsonline.com, so it looks like the Quakers are going to get the clean sweep of the Cadets tonight. This is a game in which Cascade is just overmatched both from a size standpoint and a speed standpoint. We do have the 6'8" Benson Walker, but other than that, we have with the Gibb brothers at 6'5", Booher at 6'4", East at 6'3", and many of our guards 6 feet and under. We just haven't been able to stay competitive. Look at the individual scoring. Benson Walker is actually the leading scorer of the game. He has 16, while Mason Tharp has 4, and A.J. Sanders has 2. Much more balanced for the Quakers with Cade East, though he averages only 6.1 on the season coming into tonight. He already has more than doubled that. He has 14. Meanwhile, Jacob Gibbs has 9. Jacob Gibbs has 10. Kobe Falur has 9. Darian Gardner has 4. Aiden Booher has 3. And Cade Gibbs has 2. So, this is a game in which Cascade really, unfortunately, is in over their heads through no fault of their own. They're now playing their first game in 12 days, and they don't have another game after this for another 9 days when they return here to Clayton a week from Friday, when they play what should be a fairly easy win over a rebuilding Cloverdale team, a team that's given us a lot of struggles over the last few years, but after losing Cooper Neese to graduation 2 years ago and Jalen Moore last year, the Clovers now really struggling this season. But nevertheless, I knew coming in to the 2019 school year that these were going to be rebuilding teams, for Cascade basketball, both the boys and the girls. And, it's something that from an intellectual standpoint, sometimes, you know things intellectually, and yet they're still hard to accept. And that's something, all these tough losses, they started to weigh down on me. And I know better times are ahead. I think the better times will start this season. I think and there will be a lot more of them next season. And we just have to get through these tough games. And I know when we get another win, it will feel good. and it might be a little while till that happens. I think the girls have a fair shot to beat. I don't think the girls have much of a shot to win the third-place game against Danville here in the county tournament on Saturday, nor do I think the boys, assuming they lose, will have much of a chance to beat Danville in what would be in the fifth-place game. And assuming Cascade loses, they and the boys and girls will be playing back-to-back. The girls at 10 a.m., the boys at 12 p.m. on Saturday. And then the girls will play at Northview on Tuesday, a game that's, I think, about a 50-50 thing, maybe giving Northview a slight edge playing at home, but I think I still give the Lady Cadets a fair chance to win that one. And then we'll be back for a doubleheader a week from Friday right here on AudioSportsOnline.com. Hopefully we'll have the internet problem straightened out by then, so it'll come to you live rather than merely on tape delay. But the girls will likely lose to the Lady Clovers, who are ranked number 9 in the state, featuring the state's ninth leading rebounder, a big college prospect in Tori Combs, a very dominating center. The boys should get the win, however. And then the girls will return the next afternoon right here at Clayton, an afternoon game against Cecina, which we should win. Cecina, not a very good team this season. And next season they will be our conference rival as we move from the Western Indiana Conference to the Indiana Crossroads Conference. But for those of you who aren't very familiar with the Hendricks County Tournament, it's an institution that dates back 102 years. In the beginning, it was not played every year, but that finally, it's for the boys. It's been played. This is the 44th consecutive year it's been played for the boys, and the 34th consecutive year that. Just a second here. Yeah, the 44th consecutive year it's been played for the boys, and the 35th consecutive year it's been played for the girls. And initially the tournaments were held at separate venues. That's now, in recent years, they've all been at the same venue, and they've been for many years. Danville hosted every year. Now, the last few years, it started to rotate around the 6 major schools here in Hendricks County. And finally, Cascade got it this year. Certainly, they've proven themselves to be a great host school the last couple of years, hosting a girls' basketball sectional. And so, it's great to, probably most of the fans of the other 5 major high schools here in Hendricks County have never been out to Cascade before, so hopefully we're making a good impression on them. And hopefully they love this old-style field house. It's a very charming, old-fashioned gym. And, the other schools in the county all have, new gyms, which are nice, but I love the old-time charm of this field house, and brings back to the era, in which there were a lot more high schools before all the mass consolidation. Although Cascade itself is the product of consolidation, we merged Clayton, Amo, and Stylesville, although still we're a very small school. But still, it has that kind of, old-time look to it. Seats 2,200, and I would say we have about half capacity right now. And, probably, I was not here for the Brownsburg and Danville games earlier. I'm sure they were well attended as well, knowing what I do about the fan bases of those 2 schools. So, and then, between the 2 games tomorrow, 2 games on Friday, and 6 games on Saturday, we're going to have we're going to have so much basketball to choose from. We're going to have probably, I'd say probably over 5,000 fans come in and out of this gym in all of those games between now and then. And it's bringing you up to date, by the way. In past years, we've had one night the quarterfinals for the girls, then the next night the quarterfinals for the boys. Sometimes we switch the order, and then we'd have the quarterfinals for the boys, and then the semifinals for the boys, and then the semifinals for the girls. And however, this year they're doing it differently, maybe in an attempt to increase attendance. Basically, the draw went for both the boys and the girls, so that we would have the whoever the boys played in the first round, the girls would also play in the first round, and the games would be played back. The boys and girls games between those respective schools would be played back to back, making it easier for the fans who want to see both the boys and the girls from their school. They can just watch the games back to back rather than maybe having to come out here 3 or 4 days in a row. Not that which wouldn't be a bad thing, but it's nice to make it easier on the fans. So anyway, Brownsburg won the boys and girls quarterfinals earlier today. Then Plainfield beat Cascade. Brownsburg beat Danville in the 2 quarterfinals, both the boys and the girls. And then Plainfield beat Cascade 57-31 in the first quarterfinal. And now here we go now we got one half to play here in the other quarterfinal. Cascade trailing by 20 as we start the second half. Hopefully we will get this straightened out here. I know we're not likely to win this game. I just want us to play our absolute best. Don't play frazzled. Just play composed and play our A game. No unforced errors. If Danville beats us, so be it. But let's not beat ourselves. Foul on Walker. So now, three-pointer is good. That's Cade Gibbs. So now Tharp with the ball. Cascade trailing by 23. Near steal there by Jacob Gibbs. And now Ginter, and however the pass is stolen, and however Cade Gibbs tries to feed Jacob Gibbs, and it's knocked out of bounds to Cascade. 6:55 to go here in the third quarter. Plainfield leading Cascade 55-22. And by the way, it just occurred to me, this is the first time I remember seeing Plainfield wear black uniforms, so I wonder when they started that. So now three-pointer by Alderson, no good. Rebound there by Cade Gibbs. And a three-pointer, no good. Rebound Walker, gives it up to Tharp, brings it down, pulls up, takes a shot. Now he looks for an open man, passes inside to a driving Phillips, who lays it in. So Phillips gets his first points of the game. And those are the first Cascade points of the second half. 45-24 your score now. And now a beautiful under the basket shot there by East. He had 8 points in the first quarter. 6 in the second. Now he's got 2 to start off the third. 16 points for a 6-point-a-game scorer on the season. Now a three-pointer from the corner, no good by Sanders. Jacob Gibbs pitches down court to East, who's fouled in the act of shooting with 5:41 to go, and Plainfield leading 47-24. First free throw is good after several rolls and bounces there by East. Certainly, his breakout performance tonight's got to give a lot of hope to the Quakers fans who are dreading the graduation of the Gibbs brothers. Misses the second one, by the way. Nevertheless, he has 17 on the game, a game high. Benson Walker, second high with 16. Although the rest of the cadets have only 8 combined. Phillips for three. No, he fakes it then inside to Walker, but there was apparently a little miscommunication, and I think they're going to get Walker for the foul there on the rebound, or the on that collision there. Okay, that's Walker's third. That's bad news. Not that we're likely to win the game even with him, but still, obviously we have even less chance without him than with him. And there, Cade Gibbs lays it in. He has 7. 50-24 now. Plainfield leading nearly 2.5 quarters into this game. So now Alderson with the ball over to Phillips, fakes a 3, inside to Walker, mishandles it, pitches it out to Phillips, now over to Sanders, to Tharp, jumper, no good, and rebounded there by East. Nice job dribbling. He pitches over to Gibbs, who travels. Faked a 3, drove, but he traveled. So 50-24 your score. Cascade with the ball. Gavin Hetler coming in for Benson Walker now, who sits down with 3 fouls. Hetler, likely will be the go-to guy in the middle next season after Walker graduates. And after the way Walker's played in recent games, I'm now more convinced that he will get a college scholarship somewhere, maybe a Division III or NAIA school. So Hetler with the ball, drives to the basket, showing some good speed. Just puts it up, but not enough on it. It's Cascade. Boys and girls both missing several point-blank range shots tonight. And now rebounded by Hetler at the other end. And however, his outlet pass is stolen there by Cade Gibbs. And however, they got a charge. Looks like they got a Plainfield for a charge. 4:04 to go in the third quarter. Quarterfinal round of the Hendricks County Basketball Tournament. And now a beautiful coast-to-coast move there by Booher. He has only 5 points tonight, after averaging 12 on the season. But, certainly the unexpected big contributions from East, the biggest story for Plainfield in this game. And now we got a foul there against Plainfield. And they haven't added the. Okay, they finally added. They waited probably a minute or so to add the 2 points there by Booher on his beautiful coast-to-coast move. So Phillips over to now we got 33 into the game for Plainfield. Now Tharp with the ball over to Phillips. Drives into the lane, puts it up. However, it is blocked there by Ian Scott. And now at the other end, they've got Booher is fouled from behind while going for a shot. So Booher goes to the free throw line now. His first one is up and no good off the front of the rim. So now Du Bois coming in for Cascade and Kotkamp and Du Bois, while Kotkamp and Du Bois, while Alderson sits down. I didn't see who else sat down. But nevertheless, Booher hits his second one. He was 1 for 2, 53-24 now. 3:02 to go in the third quarter. I just want to see a good performance the rest of the way. So now, penetrating move, good job by Tharp, except he missed it, just put a little too much on it. 2:39 to go. Plainfield will play Brownsburg in what should be an outstanding matchup Friday night in the semifinal round. And now three there is good. He swished it. So Booher, after not doing much offensively in the first half, coming alive here in the third quarter. He has 9 points now. 56-24, Plainfield leads. So it looks like the margin will probably be even greater than it was in the girls' game, which was 26. 57-31 was the final score. And then Kotkamp mishandles the pass. And now at the other end, a lay-in. No good by Jacob Gibbs. And now we've got a foul here with 1:51 to go here in the third quarter. So, you know, it was likely heading in Cascade was going to lose both of these games tonight, but, you know, good experience for them to play, you know, these 4A teams, especially a great boys team, like I said, ranked number 4 in the state in Class 4A, 9-0. Yeah, I don't know if they're state championship material or not, but it wouldn't surprise me. Plainfield won a Class 20 years ago in 1999, won a Class 3A state championship. Has not won a sectional since, however. So Ginter coming in for Hitler. And now steal there. Tharp brings it down by himself, puts it up off the glass. No good. Kotkamp the rebound, gives it out to Tharp, puts up a three. No good. And struggle for the rebound. And Jacob Gibbs comes away with it. 1:23 to go. Pitches down court. Now drive to the basket. Wild move. Puts it up underhanded. No good. Over, however, to... for a layup there. Who was that? That was Ian Scott with his first points. Foul was on Ginter, his second, team sixth. 1:14 to go. The third quarter. 58-24, Plainfield leading. So Scott trying to complete the three-point play. His free throw is good. So now Du Bois over to Phillips. 1:03 to go here in the third quarter. Cascade trailing by 35, trying to get something positive going. Now pitches to a driving Kotkamp. Now out to Du Bois over to Kotkamp for three, and he hits it. 42 seconds to go in the quarter. So it's now Cascade only 5 points here in the third quarter. It's been a 17-5 run by Plainfield here in the third quarter. 28 seconds to go now. So now Gardner driving to the basket. He stops, pitches out. Now fake on the three. And now we got, I think they're going to get him for a travel. Mason Nauman tripped. However, they're going to get Ginter for a foul. I thought they might get Nauman for a travel, but he will be going to the free throw line. That's N-A-A-M-A-N. I believe that's a Dutch name. The double A is a very common ingredient of Dutch names and Dutch words in general. Nauman hits them both. 4.9 seconds to go, and it's a 34-point lead there by. And now a bad pass intercepted, and he banks it in. That's Nauman. And so the third quarter is an exclamation mark for Plainfield, and with 8 minutes to play here in the quarterfinal round of the Hendricks County Basketball Tournament, your score, Plainfield 63, Cascade 27. We'll be back with the conclusion of this game after these words from our sponsors on audiosportsonline.com. The Cascade High School Athletic Department simply would not be able to operate without the financial support of our business partners. We would like to recognize and thank them for their generosity. The official health provider to the Cadets, Hendricks Regional Health, Diamond Partners, Bestway Drywall, and North Salem State Bank, Platinum Partners, Allen Irrigation Company, CJ's Pizza, Dunn Insurance Agency, Jill Indian Bells Expert Realtors.net, and Global Construction Management, Silver Partners, Electric Plus, Bassett Services Heating and Cooling, and Clean Sensation Auto Detail, and Bronze Partner Endeavor Communications. Thank you, business partners. Your support of the student athletes of Cascade High School is greatly appreciated. Well, back here at Clayton, we're about to start the fourth quarter of the second half of our doubleheader, with your Cascade Cadets trailing the fourth-ranked team in the state in Class 4A, the Plainfield Quakers, by a score of 63-27. Plainfield has pulled away a little at a time and finally had a sensational third quarter in which they outscored the Cadets by a score of 21-5. So hopefully Cascade will just get a solid ending to this one. Finish the game on a positive note, especially as they head into another probable loss on Saturday morning against Danville, who's beaten us for 22 consecutive games. So Ginter from the corner, he drives to the basket now, pitches outside to Walker for three, no good, and rebound there by, and now down to Scott, who's fouled going for the shot. Walker, by the way, after he missed that three, he actually scored. 14 points in the 16 points in the first half, but none since. First free throw is good there by Scott. Second one is up, and it is good. Scott with 5 now. 65-27, and now the ball on a steal attempt is knocked out of bounds to Plainfield. So we'll see how much longer Cascade beats the starters in here. Now Scott with the ball, pitches out to Nauman, drives into the lane, now pitches out to East, fakes now East at the right perimeter, over to Nauman, back to East now, and now Walker comes away with it there. Kottkamp pitches over to Du Bois, fakes a three, drives to the basket, puts it up, no good, and rebound there by East, brings it all the way down himself. Looks like he's thinking about taking the coast-to-coast, but he pitches out to Luke Smock, a senior who's into the game. And now a fake on the three there, drives to the basket, pitches out to East, puts up a three, no good, and rebound there. Phillips has it, and now pitches out to Walker, drives to the basket, puts it up, no good, and goes hard after the rebound. But, and now a steal there. Kottkamp drives to the basket, puts it up, and it is aggressively blocked with authority out of bounds. 6:04 to go in Plainfield leading Cascade 65-27. And the boys-girls losers bracket, and will play on Saturday both against Danville, as Danville lost both the boys and girls quarterfinal games today to Brownsburg. So we're going to have we're not going to be bringing you those games here on audiosportsonline.com, but you can come out and see all the action here. Only $5. That's a heck of a buy. Obviously. So anyway, disappointing result tonight, but not a disappointing effort. The boys and girls both played hard. They were just overmatched. Both have some things that they need to polish, but overall still showing a lot of promise, showing improvement, and still setting up a bright future for Cascade basketball, and hopefully a lot of wins still to come this season, and then, especially a lot more next season and beyond. Well, this concludes our broadcast. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I cordially invite you to do so again a week from Friday at 5:45 for the pregame show as your Cascade Cadets challenge the Cloverdale Clovers.